If you try to go against what your gut is saying, even though you feel it so much, it's so deeply rooted in your gut that you should do a certain thing. If you turn around and try to go against it, I personally think later on in life that would be one of the biggest regrets you will ever have, especially if somebody else turns around and they do that same thing that was in your gut and they end up getting successful and they end up making it off of that same idea that you once had you didn't act on. Man, oh man, what's going on YouTube? Hollow here, and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you guys are having a great rest of your day today. It's been a good while since I said that. I'm sorry for taking so long to post another video. If I'm being real with y'all, I didn't have too much of an excuse for the most part. I just haven't been on my game as much as I should, but I'm finally back and I'm ready to get back into it for real. And for the first video back, we gonna be talking about something that I recently needed a reminder on, and I ended up getting this reminder after watching this video from this YouTube channel. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen right now. And the thing we gonna be talking about today is learning to walk alone. Now, when I say this, I don't necessarily mean that you have to cut off all the people in your life, the people that care about you, the people that you love. When I personally say learn how to walk alone, like the video that I watched had mentioned, I'm talking about learning how to make decisions without needing a second opinion, learning to make a decision that's true to you and not having to need outside validation for it. And something like this is obviously easier said than done, but I think if that's one of the things you learn to master, you'll truly be at a point where you'll be unrecognizable. And not only that, you'll start to develop a lot more confidence and trust for yourself. And you don't have to start off with the crazy, like big decision. It could start with something small. It can be something as small as picking whatever fit you want to wear for that day and not going to somebody and be like, does this look good on me? What you think? What would you rate it? It could be something as small as that. And then it can turn around and be something big where it's like you want to start doing something new, whether it's a new hobby or starting to go for a different type of passion, something that you recently just got passionate with, and not needing anybody to be like, should I do this or should I not? You going off of it and you doing it because you feel in your gut is something that you want to do. And whenever you have moments like that, like I said, those are small moments that'll help develop the confidence in yourself and a lot more trust in yourself. It'll develop confidence because when you do that, you're basically saying that you trust yourself enough to go for whatever it is you want, no matter how it makes anybody around you feel, even if it unfortunately makes a little bit of people uncomfortable. It's not your intentions to make them uncomfortable, but because they're probably so used to you coming to them, whenever you try to switch it up, they'll be like, oh, why is he doing that? Why is it going down like that? You didn't want to come to me. And it's not to disrespect them, but sometimes you genuinely don't need a second opinion. I heard this from Nipsey Hussle in an interview when a woman had asked him what's one of the biggest mistakes you done made. And that's one of the things that he talked about was not trusting his instincts enough. And when you listen to stuff like that, that's genuinely good game, and that's something to think about. Because if you try to go against what your gut is saying, even though you feel it so much, it's so deeply rooted in your gut that you should do a certain thing, if you turn around and try to go against it, I personally think later on in life that would be one of the biggest regrets you will ever have, especially if somebody else turns around and they do that same thing that was in your gut and they end up getting successful and they end up making it off of that same idea that you once had, you didn't act on, so that's just something to really think about. Learning to walk alone, not needing outside validation, not going against your gut, not going against your belief in whatever ideas or whatever thoughts that you have that you want to act on. And of course, like I said, it's going to take a good while. I'm not 100% there yet, but that's something that I'm going to start working on a lot more than I once was before, I'll say. And I think you should do the same. So if you're watching this video right now, just start with something small. The next time you want to make a decision, if it's something that you usually will go and get a second opinion about, don't even do it. Just do it on your own and act on it and not really talk about it. Or if you do talk about it, if they be like, why didn't you ask for my opinion, just be like, because I trust myself and I trust my gut. I trust that this is the right thing to do. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this video. I hope it was something that you needed to hear, and I hope it was some good game for you. And if it was and you want to see more videos like this, then please make sure to hit the like button down below. And if you want to see more videos like this along with many other different type of videos in the future, then please make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. But with all that being said, I'm gonna end this video off here. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'm out. Peace.